I'm State Senator Katie Muth. I represent Senate District 44, which is parts of 3 counties, Chester, Berks, and Montgomery County. I'm honored to be here today to stand alongside with my House Democratic colleagues to call out what this is. It's a hostage situation. And before I begin my remarks, I also want to say thank you to Senators Comita and Senators Kane, who could not be here. They have been fighting the good fight as we are in the minority party in the Pennsylvania State Senate, as the Republican Party has held that majority for over 30 years. The stall for progress has been that party for over 30 years. We are now 5 weeks late to passing a budget. What job do you get to turn in your work 5 weeks late and still get to keep it? Here we are. We know what we need. Pennsylvanians have paid their taxes. They know what they want them used for. And public transit is one of those things. Instead of corporate handouts and tax exemptions, Pennsylvanians want to know that they have access to public transportation. And this is not just a SEPTA issue, despite some people in Harrisburg making it a SEPTA issue. This is every county has some sort of public transit funding for a lot of senior transport, for veteran transport. We've had people call into our office from the rural counties where Senate Republican leadership represent, asking us why their senator doesn't think that this budget needs to be passed, and also why their senator doesn't respond to them when they call or email. And it is an unfortunate situation that we're in right now, but it is a preventable one. We know that Senate Republicans have the ball's in their court, and you're in the minority party. You don't get to call us back into session. They control when we come to work, what we vote on when we come to work. And we're sitting here waiting. We've been waiting to do our job. And they, at this point, have made this such a dire financial situation for public transit. Our county services have not been paid. Our school districts have not been paid. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I can give you a sincere thought process on why this seems to be such an issue for some of my Senate colleagues. The Commonwealth is a Commonwealth, meaning all of our local economies contribute to the state's economy. And so if we, as our southeast area, are almost, I think it's over 40% of the state's revenue comes from our region. We pay for things for other people, but I don't know about you. I'm okay if all of our roads and bridges in Pennsylvania are safe. I want that for our whole Commonwealth. I want everyone to have EMS and fire. I want everyone to have safe schools. I want everyone to have public transit. I don't want someone living in another county not being able to go to the doctor because this budget's not passed or services have been cut. Without action by the Senate next week, we know that SEPTA specifically will begin dismantling their services, and over the next 18 months, we will see a loss of 50 bus routes, 5 regional rail lines, a metro line, a 21.5% fare increase, and a 9 p.m. curfew on all rail services. Constituents from Senate District 44 that work at Comcast, at UPenn, at all of these places in the city rely on SEPTA. It cost a Comcast employee $1,500 a month to park at Comcast. $1,500, yeah, everyone's eyebrows. I thought that's a necessary statistic to shout out there. So Senate Republicans not only are holding up this budget, holding back important funding for public transit and services, but they're also really stifling people's ability to get to work. And I hope that they realize if they ever need to come to one of our premier medical services at UPenn or one of our other great hospitals, that they may not have anywhere to park because we don't have enough parking if SEPTA is not in service. These are all consequences that could have been avoided. Our budget is due the same damn date every year. Write it in your planner, get it done. We could have had this done and should have had this done a long time ago, and here we are 5 weeks late with critical services on the line, people not knowing how they're going to get to work, if they can continue to get to work, if they have to get up early to get on another route to take another bus to get to work. And to the previous speaker's point, maybe some of these people that don't want to fund SEPTA should come and see what it's like to live here with the traffic. And our roads and bridges need repaired too, but we fund their repairs. So sure, if we want to have a system overhaul, I hope they're ready for that. But here we are, and we have to demand that these Republican senators do their job and bring us back to work.